Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So, question of the night: was Stephanie and Chad doomed from the beginning on Days of Our Lives? Three times today in the episode did Chad say that he moved too fast. He was rushing. He was moving too fast. He should have took more time to grieve. He kept saying that three times, and it was like they didn't just say that by accident. It wasn't that the writers were just being lazy and just decided, "Oh, I'm just going to sit there and say it two more times." No, he said it for a reason. I don't understand how you have a fight like that. How you have a really bad disagreement. You get back home and you're like, "Nah, just gonna go to sleep." You're just gonna what? You know what? We've done talking. I'm just gonna call it a night. Bro, why don't you get your bags packed and just like head on out? What are we doing? Now, as always, if you sit there and talk about all the shows, General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Boy and the Beautiful, Young and the Restless, let's do a quick roll call because there's a one person's here so far. As you are coming in, make sure that you do hit the like button. It really does help. So let's do some roll call. Let's get this started. Now, tonight, I'm only going to be streaming for an hour and a half because I got to wake up at an ungodly time in the morning. Lakeisha is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Spiderquake is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Cherry Ice Cream is in the chat. How's everything going? Laura B is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. I'm going to be listening to checking the bells and the whistles. You know how that goes because, sit there and start doing this video and, all right, I guess I'm good. All right, I guess I'm good. So, and it's raining again. It is so awesome. It is so amazing. All right, cool. So we can sit there and take this. Laura B says, I'm a little full at my work program. I'm sore, but I'm okay. I'm a little full at my work program. So yes, as always, we're going to sit there and talk about all the shows, General Days. I'm going to be honest, there was only one person that actually liked the episode General Hospital. And I literally sat there, I was like, did we watch the same episode? Jerry asking me any sight of the new Molly. Yeah, I know. They showed it once. The, it's really funny, Cherry Ice Cream. Even Dion yeah, exactly. Even Dion's corner was like, we haven't seen her in a hot minute. We haven't seen her in a hot minute. They made up this stupid feud that they never really had. Here's the thing. They never had a feud like that before. People, hers not to say that Christina would have sat there and gloated and threw it in her face that she was able to carry her baby was the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Okay, it was one of the stupidest things I've ever heard come out of that show. And the sad thing is when he said that line, when he was like, Christina is going to constantly throw it in Molly's face. There was some people that actually believed that. Some people were literally saying, "Yeah, I can totally see Christina doing that." Yeah, because that's what was said today, and that's her personality. And I'm like, wait, what? But yeah, no, Lobby, I do hope that you feel better. I do hope you feel better. I had to take a Benadryl for some reason. I started having a sniffle, so I was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna be sitting there making my nose look like Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer." I took a Benadryl tonight, but yeah, no, Lobby, I do hope that you get better. I have a friend. She's sick still. I mean, she's starting to get over it, but it's a lot. It is a lot. Um, she does stream and stuff like that, and you have to use your voice. You got to sit there and talk. You got to look presentable, and it's very hard to do that when you feel like garbage. So I feel you. I'm gonna be honest. Granted, we're gonna be talking about all the shows, but and we can talk about General Hospital. We can talk about today's General Hospital, which was absolute garbage, unless you found something that you liked in this episode. Lorby says, I'm going through on the job training at a hotel with training and dishwashing, laundry, and house. Oh, okay. Well, good luck. Good luck. I hope it works out. Really do. I hope it works out. And I know you wasn't exactly feeling good, from what I understand, a couple of days ago. So it was definitely rough. Yeah, no, of course, of course. Like I said, being sick sucks. Like there's no tomorrow. It literally sucks. No, but it sucks though. Lobby said yes, that was a tough start, feeling sick, but I managed. Yeah, as an adult, that's all we could really do. Is just kind of push through. As adults, that people got to get things done. You don't have time for really a sick day. And yeah, no, Lobby, it wasn't good. It wasn't good. Blackmon, how you doing tonight? Thank you for joining, Mr. GQ. Nicole, how you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. Yeah, no, GH was not wasn't working today, and I'm pretty sure people can find some sort of little moments in the episode that they like, but just as a whole, I'm gonna be honest. And what's good, Nicole? I'm gonna be honest. If tomorrow's episode is like today's episode of GH, it's gonna be kind of a struggle to come up with a review. I may not actually be able to pull one off. It was exactly, Nicole, and that's Melly Mel, my heart queen. How you doing tonight? Oh, Blood and Honey is on Peacock. So I'm actually going to be watching that. Denise, how you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. Lobby says the only good part was the reveal of TJ stop. Yeah, that was it. That was it. Exactly. You just nailed it. You just nailed it, Laura B. And what's good, Denise? Thank you for joining. Um, yeah, I gotta try to. I'm gonna try to watch that. I'll try to watch a little bit tomorrow. Um, as I'm laying down, I'll probably sit there and watch a little bit now and the rest in the morning. Yes, that was the only good stuff that was good. Was the Ava finding out, TJ stopping Austin from, taking out Mason. Everything else was just. But yeah, as I was saying, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to pull off that same miracle. It was okay. It was okay, Lobby. I have to tell you, I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. I gotta be completely honest. I would not recommend that movie to anyone. I don't think it was terrible, but I wouldn't recommend you watch it, Lobby. I'll tell you that much. And I love horror movie slashers and stuff like that, but Monique says when Chaz knows Stephanie, he will never love her the way he loved Abigail. Should have been. Yes. And honestly, that's exactly what I said, Monique. She should have been packing her bags and staying at her parents' house. I'm gonna be honest. She should have been packing her bags and staying at a parent's house. That is absolutely insane. Um, that Chad, after Chad was like, "Hey, do you want to talk?" She was like, "No." He was like, "Well, I'm going to bed." I'm like, what?" I'm like, "Bro, you need to be packing your stuff and heading to your parents." And then you got this guy named Everest there. Obi says, "I don't watch days, but from what you said, yeah, exactly. That's exactly what that is. It's a warning. Queen Nikisha's in the chat. What's good, Nikisha?" Of course, that. Oh, and Jada's. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I didn't know about that, but thank you for letting me know. Denise says Maria clutching her pearls was hilarious on BNB. Yo, yeah, I'm gonna be honest, Denise. I couldn't stand that chick. Ooh, that chick pissed me off. I'm gonna put it lightly. That chick pissed me off. Denise said Chad is just not ready, and yes, Stephanie needs to leave. Yeah. Well, the whole thing is like, yeah, he's not ready, but he should have thought about that before he decided to sit there and have this woman move in with him, play wife and stepmom to his children. Then he says, Albert, come on, tell it. Oh, no, it was just tell what? You mean the movie? Um, Five Nights at Freddy? No, it just I wasn't there for the movie. I didn't think it was really good. It felt like Joshua Hutchins. I guess that's his name. It looked like he was strung out on some stuff. Okay, throughout that whole movie, it looked like he was strung out on some stuff. Look, he said, "Y'all did Halloween this weekend, or waiting till tomorrow." That's a good question. I don't do the whole dressing up thing, so it's not really my thing. But Denise. Oh, see, I'm. See, unfortunately, Denise, I can't say that because I'll get canceled. Um, he said, "Can I be the first to say I told y'all that wasn't Austin?" Yes, they're going to let Austin and Mason. Yes. No, I just like I said, not Denise. I couldn't deal with that chick. Her attitude, her like. Honestly, tell you the truth, okay, I'm going to be honest. I wanted Lauren to. I wanted Lauren to curse stomp that chick. Like I wanted Lauren to smack the Jesus out of her. I literally sat there. I was like, "Yo, listen, let me tell you something, Lauren. I don't know you well, but you need to go over there and handle that shit." Makai's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. Oh, that damn autocorrect, Nikisha, get you every time. Yes. Oh, okay. So you actually know the date. Music. Yeah, I was like, her little comments her little comments was just irking me. I was like, oh, great, the mean girl that never grew up. Nice. Yeah, she just has that mean girl vibe. I was like, boo, you're too old for this. Like, I gotta be honest, you're a little bit too old to be playing a mean girl. Yeah, oh, well, thank you for letting me know. I gotta sit there, maybe, if I have time, I'll sit there and watch the first one. Um, like I said, they got blood and honey on it. I mean, blood and honey on Peacock, so I gotta sit there and watch it. Monique said it was only three of them in the room. Austin Mason and TJ is their word against others. Yeah, but I understand why TJ did what he did, though. And he lives. He lives. Thanks to TJ. the one and only Nathaniel Gray. See, exactly. The Keisha and Long Beach says the same thing. Same thing. That is hilarious. Keisha and Nathaniel, we're just celebrating Mason living another day. Terrifier 3 is coming to Chris. It's going to be a Christmas. Wow. I, I would watch it. I gotta sit there. If I can find the first one, then yeah. And he said he was saved by the hand of grace. Yes. Nathan says I'm a cockroach, hard to kill me, even when I'm cuffed to a bed. Yeah. Pretty much. Makai said, Albert, will you be giving out trees tomorrow? No. I have to tell you, Makai, what I used to do before I used to do like a lot of streaming, I would just sleep. I would just sleep. Nathaniel says I will be giving out ramen noodles. I do got to do that one year. I do got to do that one. That would actually sound kind of. That actually kind of fun. Oh, Nathaniel just actually gave me a great idea. Thank you. It's actually a great idea. Just give out noodles. Spike Craig say, "Hey Mel, my favorite one in the whole chat." Monique says, "Why doesn't the hospital have rooms have cameras?" Oh, yeah. That I was like, that's not a bad idea. Thank you, Blackmon. Yes, make sure you hit the like button. Um, Keisha, I'll be happy if I never ate noodles again. Yeah, I took a picture of that, so I gotta sit there and maybe get it tomorrow. Because honestly, tell you the truth, they do look good. And where are we on the likes? Okay, so we got 7 likes, 19 people in the chat. So if you are enjoying the stream and you're signed in, make sure that you do hit the like button. But no, Nikisha actually gave me a great idea for a different kind of food. So I was rushing back to my house, so like I totally forgot to pick that up. Yeah, no, it's bad. It's bad. Oh, I can't do that. I can't be sitting there giving them dry. I can't be giving them dry. with applesauce. Okay. Mel says, I got good news that it follows too. What? Oh, Mel, are you serious? Are you serious? They actually come out with a follow too. It follows. I love that movie. In case yeah. Uh, um, are you serious about that, Mel? I love that movie. I love It Follows. Like there's, I don't know why I love that movie so much, but I really do. Winnick says I'll be interested in seeing how Mason is going to get out of the situation. Austin must send him swimming with the fishes. Yeah, no, she gave me a picture of something really good, and it's healthy too. And I know that they sell it at my supermarket. I would have got it today, but I was rushing to get back home. The thing is, it follows was awesome, but it doesn't need a part two. I'm actually glad he actually likes that movie. Doesn't Very curious of why you feel like it doesn't need a sequel. Ooh, that's what's up. The thing says, and all I did was show up to make him more. I mean, he's not wrong. Dan's not wrong. I'm very curious why you don't like why you don't think it needs a sequel. Now. I'm sorry, I can't let that go. The thing says Austin's sissy. He had to do it when I was cuffing. I know that's why I took a screenshot of it. So I'm actually looking forward to trying it tomorrow. The thing says because it works as a great horror story, a sequel will weaken it. Hmm. I never looked at sequels like that, but okay, that's interesting. Darby, the reasons they don't have cameras in general hospital rooms is that Sonny can't threaten handcuff bedridden prisoners if they. Yes, that's true. That's well, he does. You know, it's funny, Darby. He does actually contribute a lot of money to the hospital. Monique says, is Mason worried about Sonny or Cyrus or other? I mean, neither. Yeah, I really, and it's funny. I agree. I agree with that as well, Negesha. I 100% agree with that. I think the only regret to the Mason character is that we didn't actually get him fleshed out more. We didn't actually get him fleshed out more. Here's the thing: I've seen characters that come in, um, and sometimes they get more fleshed out, sometimes they don't. But I do feel like he it is a character that's worth exploring. Mel says, "I got good news. There will be a Freddy Five at Freddy's Two sequel with." Hmm, that's funny, Mel. I wasn't super crazy about the first one, but I'll watch the sequel because I started it. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. And it's funny too, Mel, because I thought about you when I watched it on Saturday. Nikki said Austin will go back to boring. Austin go back to boring with. Austin will go back to boring with Mason. Yeah, I would too. You know, it's really funny. That's what it was. Not Cody Bell, but it's funny. There was another Cody character on General Hospital. He came from the night shift show. They actually made him into a character. The thing is that they have introduced me to enough characters. Hmm. Yeah, they actually really did. In case of how old is Mason? Is he old enough to be Adam's dad? I would write that Mason has a kid that Cyrus was threatening. Who's Adam's? Oh, it took me a minute to sit there and remember Adam. The thing is, what's interesting is that I think they're seeing what the audience wants right now because many videos from Soap Dirt is about me. Soap Dirt, my girl Belinda. When he says I remember Cody, he eventually began working for Jason when Jason took over Sunny's organization. Yes. Hmm. I gotta watch the first one now. Crystal Hawkins, I just saw the Blackening. Good movie. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm semi curious about it. Nathaniel says, and asking people what they think. So if y'all want me to on the show, call and tell them not to kill me, post on videos about me, and say to keep me. Yes. Also says people hate Mason, but like me as an actor. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. But sometimes it's just like some of the stuff they have you do, and like some of the stuff that you say. To be fair, Monique, I think right off the bat, I like the Mason character, and I think just because it brought in a different element for Austin's weak storyline. I was like, okay, cool. You got a cousin. This guy seems kind of shady. I'm with it. Bachelor Sam's is in the chat. Bachelor Sam's good evening, Mr. Bostic. Hashtag go to 100 members. Yes, we are at 86 members, which is still insane to me. We're at 86 members. So if you want to join, just click the link in the pin comment, and you can definitely become a member. We'll have a lot of fun. And again, Ambassador Sam, you are the GOAT. You are the effing GOAT. But yeah, I don't know what's going on in General Hospital today. And the sad thing is, I don't sit there and think that this was the worst episode. I really don't. Darby says we can all relate to Mason. We all got that cousin, our cuz, and our families. Yeah, we do. We definitely do. Mel says, Albert, I got good news. Trick or Treat sequel is in development, and we can up with a proper name for Sam. Okay, yeah, I never actually saw Trick or Treat. I never actually saw Trick or Treat. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love my horror movies, but I've been slacking on some of them lately. And like you said, you just told me that they got It Follows Part Two that's supposed to be coming out at some point. Right, Burn, which is a horror movie. That's supposed to be well. The fact that there actually talks about that is amazing enough. When it says, "I like crazy, deranged characters that make you think, what are you gonna do next? Keep you on your toes." Maybe that's why I love Thomas and Victoria Lord. On, I'm assuming One Life to Live. I never saw who Thomas was, but I know Victoria Lord. Yes, I do agree with that. See, that was the thing about Esme. Esme was that character that was like, you didn't know what she was gonna do when she was the bad girl. And he says, I like the Mason character. I think he can be redeemed and still keep a little roughness to him and correct him and Ava. Then Nicholas comes back. Yeah, Ava was kind of shook. Thomas from B&B. And he actually had a Victoria also. Victoria. But actually, okay, but who's Victoria Lord though? That is One Like Live though, right? Darby says every bad thing we saw Mason do, he was forced to accept, almost ending Ava, but that's because Mason was afraid Sonny was going to end him or his secret kid. You're not the. I wonder if you're the first person to talk about the secret kid. Yeah, that's exactly what I think. When you said Lord, I was like, yeah, I remember Lord. I remember Lord. You know that the last name anyway. My mom almost named me Victoria. Well, what made her change her mind to Nikisha? It's actually funny. They had Lakeisha up in here earlier today. I'm very curious what made her change her mind about that. Goddess Justice in the chat. What's good? How you doing today? Nikisha, my mom let my dad name me instead. He liked Nikisha better. I do like the name better, and it's very unique. I don't think I've ever really ran across anyone named Nikisha. Bassett Sims, hi Queen Nikisha. Fly Quick says I like Nikisha better also. Yeah, it's a very beautiful name. Monique says Esther waving her feather duster at Charlie was hilarious. We all know what she wanted to do. I'm not gonna lie. I did kind of fast forward through some of the stuff on B&B, like the fashion stuff. Lakeisha said, "Which one like to live with back?" Mine is Natalie. Yeah, I know some people. I know some people didn't like Natalie. Kyrie's is in the chat was good. Lakeisha, I love that. I couldn't stand Natalie either. Why? Okay, why y'all didn't like Natalie? I mean, I did stop watching the show. I remember when she first came. Ron is in the chat. I remember when she first came in, but why do people not like Natalie now? Monique said my brother was supposed to be named Byron. She was saying Byron, but wrote Byron instead. Shanta's in the chat. Hmm. I just, I know people don't like her. I know people don't like her, but I don't think that she's faking it either. I just wish they would. I should tell you, the truth, I wish she was bad again. And Jess says, "Is it just me, or were there lots?" No, there was. It was. And again, just I felt like half of them wasn't even needed. Dante, Sam, Sasha, and Cody was not needed in this episode. It really was not. Blair sleeping with David. You mean David Vickers? Harry says, "Show my maturity that I included Jocelyn. I didn't want to, but rose above because she helped me. Oh, she helped save my Ava. I gotta watch it today. I saw it. I was running late. Lakeisha says, I don't like Asma. I don't think Asma is faking, but she definitely is hiding. It's like the memories aren't back. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see it, but I could be wrong. Duan is in the chat. Was good, Duan? Just said we had Sam, Dante, Cody, Sasha, Blaze, Christina, BLQ, all in. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Yeah, that was the thing, Jess. It was so difficult to do this review today. It was like a bloated, I mean, granted, the cast is always bloated, but this is just so, hmm. And they just seemed like it was unnecessary. I honestly tell you, this episode seemed like it was unnecessary. Like he said, Bless sticking with David Oscar. Oh, plus all the women hot. Um, Ron says, at least Chad missed the Kate. He's not over Abigail. And what the F was ever stinking kissing Stephanie? That's a good question, Ron. And I can't even sit there and just like ignore. Like that was actually a good question because Everest knows that. Everest knows that Stephanie has a boyfriend. So it's like, why would you even do that? Audrey says, right, I forgot about that. Cameron is moving on. Yes, he is. Yeah, I'm glad that he's moving on. Nobody deserves to be treated like a damn toilet seat. Okay. Lashanta says, does anyone care about Liz and Finn? Nope. And I mean, to be fair, I've never gotten into those goofy ass lovemaking scenes. Dave's in the chat. Are you talking about from my well, how's the vacation? Harry says, I hope that new girl looks even better than Jocelyn does. What new girl? Nikki said Blair Cameron wouldn't have slept with David or Martin for real. Well, apparently she did. I get it. Yeah, no, yeah, it's like, yeah, you got a new girl. Which, again, it's not nice to treat people like toilet seats. Harry says Cameron's new girlfriend on Jenna Hospital. No, I know that, but I don't get it. Double C says, man, those B&B, they were pretty. They were pretty. I'll say that much. They were pretty. Harry says, I hope Cameron's new girlfriend looks 10 times better than Jocelyn. Yeah, well, I mean, the fact that he moved on to somebody else is already an upgrade. So, Lakeisha said, I miss Brand Jason. They were the reason why I tuned back into the hospital after a hiatus. Now, Jess said, let's bring it up, but it's not like we're going to see her. How we do? Yeah, I guess so, Jess. I mean, yeah, I mean, she got an upgrade at the expense of treating someone like a damn toilet seat, but yeah, sure. Dave says it was great. We couldn't go to the beach like I wanted to because it was too cold. All we did was just hang out around the hotel pool. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself, though. Ron says EJ needs to control his damn temper. Glad Nicole said that she doesn't trust him. See, that's my whole thing, Ron. Because I'm like, you do realize you are marrying, right? Yeah, I mean, I guess if you want to walk away with yeah, sure, Jess. Sure. Um, Curry says, but they need to hire a supermodel, not maxi level, but someone was way younger and harder to play Cameron's new girlfriend for for one episode only. Lakeisha, Dex is too old for Josh. Like I'm the only one who thinks that. I don't see it. I don't see it on Lakeisha. Just as why do we need to see Cam again? I mean, I always sit there and say this much. Lakeisha, y'all seem like y'all more mad than Cam. Eventually, he moved on because nobody should be treated like a damn toilet seat. That's why. Like I don't get that. And it's just honestly told you for just the principle of it. WC says as long as Cam girlfriend doesn't look like Meg Griffin, I'm good. Monique says it would be a trip if Cam new girlfriend looked like Josh or just Cam is good. Y'all still holding on like y'all got cheated on. No, we snipped there dragging her little ass over for cheating on Cam, and not just a cheating part. I think you well you're being a professional point mister, but that's beside the point. That's a good question, Duan. I'm not into fashion, so like I couldn't sit there and be like, oh, I can see it's me more. Yeah, I agree with that. If you're not into fashion, it's going to just go over your head a little bit. The amazing, gorgeous queen, gorgeous, sexy Queen Janice in the chat. How you doing tonight? Hope you had a great day. Ron says, Albert, do you agree with Chad? He told Kate that he moved to. Yeah, and he said it like 3 times. So it's like, have a good night, Denise. Thank you for joining. I figure you would, Janet. I figure you would. And I thought about you when I was watching. I was like, I know you're loving this part. Bobby says, I agree with you, Albert. I couldn't tell who made what I'm being. Yeah. That's what I said. Unless you're a fashion person that knows about design and the things to sit there and look for between each dress and their creator, you're just gonna be lost. Janice said the dresses are not real, only for royalty. I mean, don't get me wrong, they look some of them look nice, I guess, you know. One person had something where it's like it was black on one side and like colors on the other. All right, Crystal Hopkins, thank you for joining. Barbara says we need to see Cam do well without that cheating playing Jaws. No, I mean, you know, just we could, but it's much more fun than they're dragging her ass. Yeah, I'm not just gonna sit there and just give her a pass. That's what I'm not gonna do. Monique says Challenge Stephanie is like Liam and Hope to me. Both Hope and Stephanie are going after a man whose heart isn't fully theirs. I can say that. But I mean, you know, and yes, that's very true. Carrie says I tried to watch B&B, but those damn stupid Logan's broads were there. I hate Brooke's voice. Those damn Logans. I mean, Kyrie's aren't they just like the worst? Like every time you guys sit there and watch, you guys sit there and see one of those stupid Logans. Isn't it just terrible? Just as Felicia's going back tomorrow, they're giving her the screen time. My whole thing is like, if you actually gave her some stuff to do, I wouldn't mind it so much. He says, speaking of, I want to see Liam alone. His character development has taken a turn for the worse. Damn. Seriously, I'm back. Phone call. Okay. Dory says, I will if she's hotter than Josh, then I can leave it alone. Well, you're a better person than I am, Darby. You know you're a better person than I am. Oh yeah, no, I couldn't stand that chick. I was like, I wanted Lauren to whoop her ass. Like, I really wanted Lauren to curve stomp her. Like he said, doesn't Steffi have 51% majority? I have no idea. Duane says Eric Foster really wants that office back. Why doesn't he just take his stock from Reg and just that simple? Okay, all right. That's yeah. I'm not even gonna go there with that one. What the hell was I listening to saying? Oh, Lashanta says Duane he can't take it back. Why can't he? I'm very curious about that. I mean, today you had oh whatever character that Maria Osborne was playing, the woman that kept coming at Esther sideways with her little snarky ass remarks. Because my whole thing is like she keeps saying these little things left and right, and Lauren's just like, what? I'm just here to buy a dress. Like, okay, but you brung her there. She's being disrespectful, and the only thing that you're sitting there doing is just when it says who was filming Ridge back, but the head looked like Carter, but I could be wrong. Yeah, exactly. He was just in the chat. We were talking about that. In case that's the only Logan I like is Katie because the actress is so good. When Katie gets to cry, I cry with her. Well, I definitely don't like doing that a lot of that crying, but I gotta sit there and let my girl Donna. Jonathan, what is good, my friend? Carrie says, I thought you were talking about my Ava. I'm like, oh hell no, it's about to be War 3 up in here. I love it's really funny, Carrie's because I know what your voice sounds like, I'm sitting there reading it, but in like your tone of voice. Duane says the countless got on my nerves. Is that what that chick's name is? I liked it, Jonathan. I wish I was able do a review, but I liked it though. I liked it. It was. I mean, granted, anything was better than GH today, but it was actually pretty good. And yeah, his name is Everest, which I've never heard anyone ever with that name. What you thought of it? What you thought of it, Jonathan? He says Scott Clifford favorite romance was Adam and Eve when Quinn kidnapped him. Yeah, that sounded like some exciting times back then. With B&B, those sound like some exciting times. I mean, I know a lot of the different shows were, well, let's be honest, they were better. Count Von, who's that? Ron says, Albert, if this was a Spectre Fashion versus Forcer creation, then it would have been more interesting. The writers just threw that story out because Stephanie's character was very true. Dosey's Countless was a B Maria character. Okay. John, John, I felt like that was more of a nod to the audience. I felt like that. I felt like that was more of a nod to the audience than anything else. It was cool. LaShanta said when Stephanie blackmailed Bill, she made sure didn't nobody have stock. Okay. Johnson says Everest is actually 10. Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, no, I felt like that was a nod to the audience, though. Well, it says if you live here, Frankfurt is a street name. Well, where is there that you're talking about? That's exactly what I was saying, Ambassador Sam. He said, "Y'all know I barely here now. Have y'all?" No, no, we actually have not. We actually have not, Nikisha. It's, honestly, tell you, I'm a Marvel head, so I watch anything Marvel. But I don't understand. I don't understand how we went from Loki trying to take over the world to him being in a time bureau, whatever that is. Have a night, Nicole. Thank you for joining. Everest is a character made specifically for the actor, so he could return full time. All right, I like the actor, so I'm cool with it. But yes, have a good night, Nicole. Each time I join Loki, but it feels drowned out, like the story has barely moved. Yeah, yeah, I can see that as well. I don't know, on occasion. I mean, I will watch anything live action Marvel. I'm also just like, man, I miss the good old days of Daredevil on Netflix when things were just more simple. Just said, why do you keep saying, oh, Everett? Oh, Everett. Yeah. I don't know why I kept just saying that. I know, yeah, I did keep mispronouncing it, but Everett. Justice's Everett story from being MIA was, yes, I did agree. I do agree with that, Jonathan. In case you like, if you look at where Loki was at the end of season one, whereas now nothing. Yeah, you are 100% correct about that, negation. Nikisha Loki feels like a stressed out movie to made a TV show. Yeah. Monique says, all right, I know you're ready for the Marvel movies coming out. Oh, hell yes. Hell effing yes. I think it's coming out. Yeah, it's coming out November. No, November 10th. That's when it's coming out. But I am definitely going to be watching it that week, though. The one says I wish I just can't wait for a live action X-Men film. Show the real X-Men. Here's the thing, though. I'm cool with it. I just I don't know if they're necessary. And then they would have, honestly, told you, Duan, they would have to sit there and really explain it. Um, they would have to explain how they got mutants in there. Like, in the case of Albert, maybe after the Loki finale, I can come on that Monday. Yes, 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 yes. I am with that, Nikisha. Hell yes, I'm with that. That would actually be a lot of fun. That'd be amazing. Lashanta says Eric got 25% plus half of that Donna wanted a divorce. Taylor gave Steffi her 25% plus. They'll have she got the same bad Eric. Rich got 20%. He gave Tom 5%. Monique says, has anyone been watching the Chucky series? Yeah. I'm gonna let that go. Monique, you know who's actually watching that show though? Danny Bear 87. She's watching that show. Ruby says I'm not tripping. Maybe I can get some of the stuff you. Joanna says same mutants are supposed to show up in the Deadpool 3. Oh, some mutants are supposed to show up. Yeah, no, I'm cool. I'm cool with that, Duan, because it's in a universe where they have mutants. But now you know what I'm saying? Like if the MCU wants to sit there and try to introduce mutants, it's like how are you gonna do that? I'm not saying that it can't be done, but like maybe if it's another parallel universe or something or a multiverse. Carrie says, "Who the f idea was it to put Elizabeth and Finn on for?" I mean, they're there for a reason, like just to do the little cutesy stuff. Kyrie says Spy Quick is overcompensating the hotness he hides for Trina. He got no difference. He's no different than Abba, who hides his love for Nina. Both of you need to own your feelings. Damn. Mel says Albert Kim as Nurse Whitney comes back to. Oh, okay. Oh, Halloween tomorrow. I mean, that sounds cool. I wasn't a fan of that story per se, but it did give Abe something to do. Monique said they had one show on Fox called The Mutants. Each mutant was graded by their power level. I don't remember that show, Monique. I think the only show that I remember something like that was The Gifted. Alyssa's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Yes, what's good, Alyssa? Thank you for joining. Oh my, okay, that's so annoying. Joanne says the Phoenix Force could be hiding mutants from the world. Yeah, they would have to come up with some sort of clever way of trying to explain that. I mean, I'm cool with it. I'm not against it. Monique said the gift that was cool. No. But that's what I was like. That's the only show I remember. Actually, I think that show was actually good. You also hope that Jerry comes back. I feel like you may be the only person that actually wants Jerry to come back. I don't even think you can ask everyone in the chat. I don't think that most people remember who Jerry is. Harry says Albert knows he loves Nina every time he says I don't like Nina. The less I believe you. You say so, my guy. You say so. Oh, they actually went live. That's interesting on the case because I know they don't use. I know they record it, but they don't usually go live. So that's interesting. Juan says, "Oh yeah, no, I'm totally cool with drama free Monday." All right, Craig. Monique says, "I want Jerry Jackson." Laura, yes, love those two characters. Ted King is my guy. Juan says, "Or the Panther guy could be hiding." Yeah, no, they can definitely. Let me ask you a question though, Juan. Do you think that they're needed? I guess they kind of are since you don't have the Avengers. Never mind. Never mind. I was sitting there saying you need it. I really just answered my own question. Nikki said, yeah, they were live. It was rare for them, but it was fun. Yeah, I I remember stuff. I came across their stuff on my recommended page. That's cool though. Hmm. It's so crazy, Nikki, to try to keep up with all of them. And plus, they actually have the new girl or the new woman that's doing reviews. Monique says if Manny GH wasn't dead, I would. Yo, Monique, Manny, yo, that actor literally scares the bejesus out of me. Like that guy is so intimidating. It's not even funny. Mel says, I got good news that it's a wonderful knife horror movie is coming. Hmm. I never actually saw that movie before. Well, I never actually saw the previews. So I think I gotta watch the previews again. One says, well, I'm biased towards X-Men because they're the first comic ever. No, I get it, Duan. As far as Marvel is concerned, like the cartoon and animated series was the first one I did. Um, I used to love. Nikisha doesn't. Yes, he does. Nikisha, one of them was a priest. I wonder if that dude actually got killed off though. Lasantis is about the dude that's been Ava on days. Yes, exactly. Lashanta as Rudge, right? That was his name, Rudge. I'm debating if I'm actually gonna watch that too. Ron says, but this is why I'm saying that this stupid fashion show between Eric and Rich is unnecessary. If it was, no, I get what you're saying to some extent, but Ron, I'm cool with that just because. Have a good night, Laura B. I'm cool with that just because it is a fashion show. Like that's their theme. So I get what you're saying, but hmm, I feel like it's necessary in this weird way. It is. Listen, Days was okay. GH was boring. I didn't watch today because I was will catch tomorrow because of my favorite couple. Yeah, it's cool to sit there and skip from time to time. Well, especially today's episode. Oof. Harry says, I'm going to work on getting the actress playing Trina. Oh, that'd be crazy. That'd be interesting. Lakeisha said, what happened on days? Oof, that's a loaded question. Everett, some dude came back for Stephanie. Stephanie and Chad had an argument where it's I don't think that they should have wound up being together. Yeah, a lot of stuff that wound up happening on there. I think well, honestly, to tell you the truth, Lakeisha, I didn't like the fact that it was like 40 something minutes, but it was good though. So Alyssa, Chad, and Stephanie so boring, and Stephanie's ex boyfriend. Yes, Everett is. Yep, it's in the chat. Oh yeah, you did watch it. Okay. Lakeisha said, "Yeah, Rich, or who he worked for." Yeah, I feel like I'm missing a part of the sentence though. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. If you want to sit there and name drop, that'd be interesting. Ron says, Albert, and why did Chad have to mention Alex to Kate when he mentioned that he's not over? I think he was just feeling defensive, though. I think he was literally just feeling defensive. What's good, Dolly? Thank you for joining. I can picture him. I can't recall the story around him. I remember. Yeah, it was a long time ago, Nikisha. Trust me. I don't think I can remember that as well. Now, Monique says, "Where's Rick Lansing?" See, that's a character. I mean, if they was to bring him back, I would hope that they would have a good story for him. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I appreciate that, Mel. I mean, I could have been cool being surprised, but okay. Well, why you can't stand Rick? Why you don't like Rick on the shotgun? Ron says, "What the F is wrong with Lee? He just barged into Marlene's office talking about he can't sleep." It didn't seem like he barged into. Well, I don't. I don't think he actually barged into office. I mean, Mel. I mean, Dewan, not Dewan, Ron. Marlena said that she had another call, and that's why she couldn't go out to do what she wanted to do because she had a call. She had a patient in crisis. So um, I don't get when you're talking about he just walked. He just burst into the room, but he really did. Like he called ahead of time. I don't understand what brung. You know what whole thing is? I don't understand what brung that on though. Like the whole lead thing. I don't understand what brung that on. Like now he wants to sit there and confess he can't sleep. He talking about Gabby's the love of his life. I'm like, the hell are you talking about? Juan says I can't be Team Eric or Team Rich because I don't know who designed what. Hmm. But Duane, I think it's actually kind of cool though, because they can't sit there and buy stuff just based off of name. They have to buy it on how it looks. Basanta says he kidnapped Carly. He chained her to a bed while she was pregnant and was going to steal her. Oh yeah, okay, that's bad. I mean, I know it was a long time ago, Lashanta, but yeah, that's bad. Monique says her Rafe new girlfriend X is back, waiting, wanting her back, where they're giving the impression that she was an abusive relationship with her. It's been so long, I totally forgot about her backstory. Yes, she said that she was in an abusive relationship, though. Carrie says, I don't blame Diane. Who does she think she is to tell Jack to retire? She needs to stay in her seat. I don't like Diane. I don't know. I don't know, Carrie. I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's that out of pocket. I mean, her Smith is saying you should fire Billy. Yes, I understand that. But telling Jack that he can sit there and take it easy, I don't think it's really that bad. Billy says Stephanie and Chad were doomed to fail from the beginning. He was just in lust with her from the beginning. Yeah, I mean, I think they're yeah They were both at fault for that. Stephanie for not being honest about her feelings, hiding them and burying them, um, just to go along to get along. There was so many times where she should no one have that no one should have to sit there and do. Ron says, I am no team because if it was Spectre versus Forrester or Bill having a fashion line, I would have been more. Yeah, you just actually said that not that long ago. Like you literally, I do remember you saying that like 20 minutes ago. Um, Mel says, over here we go again with Stephanie, Gabby, Black Man, Dimitri, Kristen for their yes, and now they're posted and try to get Lee. I mean, to tell you, Mel, Gabby's just being Gabby. Monique said, "The Harrison, not that I've seen. I mean, I know there's some long preview that does show something, but I gotta rewatch it again." Lasanta says Kyle will fight Billy on everything because he wants that job. Yeah, he wants a job that he says that he earned. But I feel like he got that job because of nepotism, not because he was actually super amazing. And that's what Jack was Smith is saying. Like he gave him too much. He promoted him where he should have been working from the ground up. Harry says a host stuff he brutally rejects Liam upon her return. If Elena deserves no sympathy, Liam most certainly don't. Or his cheating affairs, he's beyond laughable. Yeah, I can see that. I don't do the whole forgiveness thing. Ariana, how you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. Hope you had a great day. Ariana, what did you think of GH today? Or General Hospital? What you thought of General Hospital today? Like I said, it was a struggle to sit there and watch that episode today. Yes, Monique, yes. Kyle thinks because of his namesake, he is obligated to have a high position or position one better than Billy. And it's so. Hmm. I mean, that's the definition of entitled. And up until a point where he wants to literally betray his family for that. Lasanta says Jack admitted it. Yeah, but that let's be honest, that's literally what he needs. Billy says the way Chad rushed over to Stephanie about Alex screwing up when Kayla was dead was proof he didn't care about her. He told her something that hurt her and they got her in bed. Ariana says you're the one that's struggling, but today would G seem a bit messy. You know what it was, Ariana? It's just that nothing major wound up happening, right? A lot of the conversations, a lot of the stuff was filler because it didn't move anything forward. Sunny and Lois was filler. Lucy and Tracy was just a waste of time. Like there was a lot before Sasha, Dante, Sam, and Cody was completely pointless in the episode. But again, this episode felt like it was not meant to happen. Harry says Gabby is not all that Lee could do much better than her. Yeah, I agree with that. But don't get me wrong, she's not bad looking either. LaShanta said Becca wouldn't do what Adam's doing. I bet Kyle wouldn't do what Adam's doing. Well, if Adam had his way, he would be doing worse. He'll be doing. Actually, no, that's exactly what he'd be doing. He'd be doing the exact same thing. What are you talking about? Irina says GH could use some fluid storylines. Yeah, so Lashon, no, you got to clarify me. You got to clarify that for me a little bit. Yeah, that's what I was like. This whole episode. Let's be fair, Duane. This whole episode is not needed. Curry said these writers need to understand Monday and Fridays are supposed to be yes, and it was giving nothing. Don't get me wrong. Friday's episode was actually good. Last Friday's episode was actually good, but Ariana says like keep moving. We are falling asleep. Yeah, it was like I said. It was a struggle. It was definitely a struggle. It was like what I was like. What do I sit there and say about this episode? And it was just a big collage of catching up. Billy says Lee's problem is that he's written as being immature and having no self confidence. Yes, because I'm like, bro, it's been months and he's been talking about how he can't get over her. She's his first true love. I'm like, bro, have you not dated before? Like, what are you talking about? Like, that's honestly telling you, Dolly. That's maybe for the first, you know, for the first time somebody dated someone, but like that dude is really that sprung over her. Let's not just as out. Albert Cow's ego would not let him be. Yeah, I agree with that. Let's say Stephanie and Chad have zero chemistry. Hopefully, Stephanie will find out about Teresa's scheme and save Alex. Carrie says Kyle is much worse than Adam, even more selfish. Kyle has been handed everything while Victor screws Adam over every chance he gets because Nikki and Wichita and Nick threw temper tantrums. Okay, all right, yeah, I'm not gonna go with that one tonight. But I will sit there and say this. Like I said on Sunday, I stand by that 100%. The family was met there assuming that Adam was going to be the one to betray Victor. But then Adam even admitted that he was going to do that. So that's why I'm saying they weren't wrong about that. They weren't wrong to sit there and suspect Adam because that was Adam's plan. And I'll say that. Ariana says, worst nightmare would I bet that your worst nightmare what to say when there's nothing. It's one of them are. You know what it is, Ariane. I feel like when the episode's bad, the review's gonna be bad. Because it's like I'm giving information about the show, or I'm trying to come up with a way to talk about it, but the episode sucks. So it's like, what am I actually gonna sit there and say about this episode to try to spice it up when you're literally giving me less than crumbs to work with? It's like you want me to cook something, but you're giving me, a kind of a couple of weeks old bread. Like I can't do anything with that. That's the issue, Ariana. It's like if the episode is bad in the review, I feel like it's not going to be good. Because I can only try to twist it so much where it's fun to even talk about it. If it wasn't fun to watch, the hell am I sitting there doing? One Nick says Nikki will always hate Adam because of what he did, but I think it was because of Hope Adam's mom. I don't know what he did, but well, Jess, that joke never gets old. Um, Dolly says Lee is probably one of the biggest character assassinations I've seen in a show. When he was a side character, he was written as yes, yeah, yeah. I agree with that. I really do agree with that. You are 100% correct. Quick says I want him to cook so he can show how good his cooking is. Yeah, I would have been fine the first time. It's just my game was thrown off. That's all. My game was just thrown off on Spider Quick. Aaron says, how are you going to say it sucked? That's the problem is that it's worse than it sucked. Because even here's the thing, even if it sucked and it was bad, I can laugh about it. That's the thing, Ariel. I'd rather have an episode that sucked and I can laugh about it, or I'd rather it be that than it be boring. If you can't, I feel like I can't work with boring. I have a feeling that when Nicole goes into labor, the baby will be sick and me. Okay. Harry says Albert never revealed his true plans. He just said he wanted to punish him. You don't know the extent of what his plans was. Maybe he wanted to kill them with kindness. Yeah, I doubt that, but okay. I wouldn't sit there and say I think the honestly tell you the truth, Curry, is I feel like my assessment is spot on. The thing is though, Kyrie, is that I wish it would have played out. I wish he would have actually got close to the family, wanted to take revenge and see how that will play out. The problem is that it didn't happen. And that's the disappointing part. Monique says, has that ever happened to anyone? You're on a date and he or she asks you where you want to go. You say, I don't care. And when you take him out, they say you took me here. You say, but I yeah, I guess. I mean, back in the day I was never when I first started dating, I was never good at planning stuff out. I was a horrible, horrible planner. And as the male who is supposed to take charge of that sort of stuff, I was definitely lacking. It took me a while. That's happened, though, Monique. That's happened. Have a good night, Alyssa. Have a great class. It's good to see you. Nobody says at least Adam would do the work Victor asked, and not fail and still would get screwed by Victor. What choice does Adam have then to con Victor to get what he wants because they don't want to give him two somethings? Johnson said, "Did Lucy even bother to call Sasha?" No, that's the thing and that's the thing that's so stupid, Jonathan. She went over to Tracy's house, sit there, and say, "Well, this is the last time you're going to do this to me." Like, what are you talking about? I'm like, you couldn't sit there and have Blaze do it because, well, Tracy didn't want it. Darby says, "When Albert, when what? Oh, just mean as a when or when he says crazy? Oh, crazy. Yeah, yeah, Mel was to talk about that earlier. I think somebody else was talking about that as well, but I don't know. I don't know. I mean, like I said, Darby, I wouldn't go that deep into it. I'm just talking about that one example. Okay. No, I get. Here's the thing, Darby. I get what you and Kyrie are saying. I'm not gonna sit there and try to come up with a justified reason or anything like that. Um, I'm just pointing out the extent of what that conversation was about. That's all. Like I said, all I'm gonna sit there and say again is that they weren't wrong about Adam's intentions. Harry says you would enjoy that episode, Nikki getting her comeuppance right. Well, I mean, yeah, obviously. Yeah, I mean, Kyrie, I'm not a fan of Nikki. It's just, whenever I do these reviews and stuff like that, I try to look at it from every angle or every side, regardless if I like a character or not. One says Lucy calls Sasha a friend, but has no problem giving her job to Blaze. Well, here's the thing, Dewan. There's personal and then there's business, right? Just because we're friends doesn't mean I need to give you the job. If you are a PR nightmare, if you've done stuff that has, what's it then say, negative connotations on your name, and yeah, unfortunately, the stuff that happened to Sasha, it was bad PR. So it make more sense to sit there and get Blaze. So it's not about friendship; it's about business. Ryan says his Harvard News Whitney is back, but not Jerry. I'm annoyed. You really love that you really love that Jerry character, don't you, Ron? You really love that Jerry character. I'll sit there and say that much. Exactly, Ariana. It's business. It's not personal. Harry says, "Well, Lucy is bad at business. His business doesn't need to beg someone to be the face of deception." Hmm, maybe. I mean, you're probably right about that. I would sit there and say she's bad at business in other areas, not really so much as that. But at the end of the day, it wasn't personal, it was business. I think she should have called Sasha and let her know, hey, listen, I have some concerns about you being the face of deception because, you for the lack of a better word, you're a PR nightmare because of all the stuff that wound up happening to you. Nikisha, actually, what happened to Sasha is good press. She was a victim. If they told the truth, deception looks. Hmm, I can see that. I can see that as well. I can see that side as well. Lashanti says no, it doesn't. I'm with Tracy on this one. Nothing Sasha has been through is her fault. That's yes, but it's also about public perception though too. Like I said, I can see it both sides. I can see it from both sides. And Ron says I would read the viewers should just petition to Brad Bell to write Sheila's a pregnancy storyline and forget about the age thing. It's a soap opera. It can happen. Just saying. Well, Ron, I don't know how excited people are going to be about a woman that is in her 70s having a child, even if it is a soap opera. I don't think anyone's clamoring. I don't think any viewer is clamoring to want Sheila to have a baby. I mean, right, even if it's a soap opera, it got to be based on some sort of realism to some extent. Monique says sometimes personal business go hand in hand. Sometimes you can't separate the two. I guess. I guess. Debbie says, but they always calling out to Adam even when he's on his best behavior. He can only turn the other cheek so much. Zabert and neither can so much Albert and neither can Adam before he can smack them back. I get that. I do, Darby. I do. Actually, here's the thing. I'm not just saying that you and Kyrus are wrong. No, y'all have y'all counterpoints like, ready to go. But I'm talking about that one instance where he admitted that he was going to screw over Victor. All I'm literally just saying is that people were sus of his motives, and they were right to be sus of his motives because he literally said he was going to drop the bomb on Victor. And I'm standing by that 100%. I'm not saying y'all are wrong, but I'm standing by what I said 100%. Delia says 70. Sheila is like, yeah. I mean, I know that. You know that. It's just Ron is, well, he's Ron. So, I mean, I get what you're saying, Ron. Don't take this the wrong way, but that's not exactly inspiring confidence in me. But I mean, that's nice. That's cool that people, you know, are into the same the ideas that you're in. Let's see. For the most part, I tend to kind of live in reality, even for a soap opera. Johnson says I feel bad for Lee because he wants to move on from Gabby, but soon Gabby will hassle him for his shares. Hmm. You're a better person than me, Jonathan. I mean, the things he was doing to sit there and get Gabby was, well, I'm going to be honest, pathetic. And even now, he's like, oh, I can't get over her. She's my first love. I was like, bro, what did she do to you that got you so sprung? So, exactly, what is the point? What's the end of the point you were trying to see? Trying to see we should be on Nick. I never, here's the thing, guys. I never, that's not put words in my mouth. That's not what I said. The point I was meant to saying was that they were right. Okay? That was the point. And you keep Smith saying it's never going to happen. Carries, just because I say it, that doesn't mean that you have to sit there and agree with me. It just means that I said it. Ambassador says, respectfully disagree, always business, never personal. I agree with that, Ambassador. Christos is so excited Elizabeth will be painting again. It's been so long since Liz painted for herself. Painting was her first love. I'm so happy that Brady got it. Damn. Okay, Ron. Exactly, Jonathan. Yes, he does live another day. That's exactly what we were talking about earlier in the chat. Darby says Victor really screwed Adam and only Adam when it was Nick and Sharon. They're tool too. It's blatant favoritism. Sometimes even Victor deserves to get got. Okay. I mean, I get what you're saying. Like I said, I'm not team Matt. Have a good night, Kyries. Thank you for joining. It was good, Big Nate. Like I said, I'm not disagreeing with some of the stuff that you're saying, but um, hmm. Yes, have a good night, Kyrie. Thank you for joining. Crystal says, Fan asked Elizabeth recently if we had all the time in the world. What would you do? Was that paint? I suspect Fan from. Oh, okay. Honestly, tell you, I've been so. I want to say so wishy-washy about the story. I've been so much into like not caring. I totally forgot about that. I don't know. I think those. Here's the thing, Chris. I think that those characters could be interesting if they give them stuff that's interesting to do. But I don't knock it. It's just like I don't know. They don't do anything for me. That's the problem. Whenever they have drama, like then it's really good. But when they're doing the whole cutesy romance stuff, I'm just like, I don't really care. But again, they feel a requirement. Just as at this point with GH, there's nothing to look forward to. This is exactly why I put in my video that General Hospital sucks right now. Ron says when Acacia was on, I asked her if she wanted she to have a baby, and she said yes, she would watch. Yeah, I remember I was Ron. I was there. Um, vividly remember her saying that. Yes, Christoph said he listened to her in a way nobody else has. It's just a few good old fashioned courtship romance couples. Yeah, I guess. Um, like I said, I don't. They're not exactly my cup of tea, but I understand. I understand that people. I actually tell you the truth. I'm actually glad that some people do like them because I don't think that Finn and Liz are the worst characters. I really don't. And I feel like sometimes people do tend to slam them a little bit too hard. Jess says, but I didn't care for her today. Joanna says Stephanie's coming back. Yeah, I don't remember seeing this in I don't remember seeing this in any promos for it, but I've heard through like Mel and some other people that she was. Just as I disagree, I love the show at the moment, but to each his. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Krista. I don't know. This wasn't. It was good, Big Nate. This wasn't really working for me. Prashanta says they're born together, and just you really think they. I don't think I just that they're not bad characters separate, but they're bad together. I I don't know. I wouldn't sit there and say they're bad. I would sit there and say they're boring together, but you gotta sit there and think about it. All right, Crystal. I don't think that like a lot of the stuff they do is very. It's designed to be very cute and like Crystal was talking about courtship and stuff like that. Like they're there to put on the romance, right? There are other people sit there and think they got chemistry is another thing, but that's what they're there for. It doesn't work for me, but like none of the scenes work between yesterday, well, for the last past couple of days, but Zoe says, why do you think these actors get more pushback for playing multiple characters than Michael Easton? Yeah, that's a damn good question. I honestly tell you, the truth, I don't even actually have an answer for that. That's a really good question. That does seem kind of odd. Just as they act like high schoolers. I think that's supposed to be the appeal, though. Is that they're acting like cute little romance high school, kind of people. But it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't work for me either. Johnson says I miss wanting to live days when Michael used to. Yeah, that character was badass. That character was straight up badass. Oh, all right. Listen, as fun as this has been, I do have to wake up God early in the morning. So I'm gonna sit there and end the stream right here. This was a lot of fun though. This was a lot of fun. So I want to thank everyone for coming through tonight. Also, this damn Benadryl is like really kicking my ass right now. So yes, have a good night. Have a good night, Lashanta. Thank you for joining. Have a good night, Monique. Have a good night, Ronnie Ron. Have a good night, Duan. Have a good night, Black Mon. Have a good night, Goddess Jess. Have a good night, Spiderquake. Thank you again for joining. Like I said, hashtag 100 members. We will get there. It's going to be one hell of a trip. But thank you, Dolly. Thank you for coming through. Like I said, it's people like you that actually do make these live streams so fun and entertaining. So I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you, Dolly. Thank you, Cherry Ice Cream. Thank you, Darby. Thank you, Duan. Thank you, Ambassador Sam, the effing goat. I got you, my friend. Thank you for joining. Have a night, Blackmon. Thank you for joining. Jonathan, join us next time for another edition of So Chat with I'm Bostic. Yes, you have a great night, Jonathan. Thank you for joining again. Stay safe and have a night, Cherry Ice Cream. If I missed you, you know exactly who you are. Like I said, Monique, and Queen Acacia, and Janet, and Melly Mel, the Heart Queen. All right, great. And Ariana, thank you for joining. Raiders.